Are we going?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hold on. Well, if we're going, it's fine. I gotta pull up the Nitro.
Well, no, we don't need to do it,
Oh,
right?
we don't need it?
Because good brother will
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
Let's kick some ass.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Kicking Ass with Jesse.
And Andy.
Brought to you by American Barbell Club. ABC, Check them out.
Yep, abcstrong.com. Go there, get your stuff that you need for the gym.
Get your wraps, your knee wraps, wrist wraps.
Sweatpants.
Get fucking strong, man.
Hey, I'll tell you what, their sweatpants give you a good showing. And I'm talking about your mushroom tip. Comes out.
Especially the fucking short shorts.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like, I have, like, male short shorts, and Laura wears them as shorts.
Yeah.
So me in them is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Built-in underwear.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're everyone will know where you're at, inches. Guys.
And then you can get real strong.
It's very nice.
American Barbell Club, guys. Check them out.
Yep.
Rate and subscribe us on iTunes. And today we are doing Monday Night Nitro.
Well, if you guys could tell by that sick intro you just heard, it means one thing. It's Nitro.
Probably Andy's favorite time of the day, week,
It's
month.
awesome.
Yeah.
I watch at least
Andy,
3 Nitros a day.
I say you love talking Nitro.
Yeah, I love it.
You're way ahead of the game too. This is 71. You're on like 100.
I feel like this is it, guys. And I was gonna bring these up to these guys. I say now, on one of the previous podcast, I brought up the fact that like in 4 years we will be where I'm at.
Yeah, we'll be up to 102.
So I think what we need to do is just pick a random number. So we know that they run from 69 to
it's like 100 something.
100. I think it's like 130 or something like
okay.
that. So like, I feel like we just put numbers in a hat, and we just pick it, and that's the one we watch.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like. It might be weird if we go out of order, but also not really.
It already happened.
I mean, because
Spoiler alert's
exactly.
already out there.
Yeah, we're talking 1997.
We're talking 97.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, there's only one storyline a show.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, that's the whole gimmick here is that it's the Wild West, and it's pretty all over the place.
Yeah.
So if we jump around, it might be kind of fun.
It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like, oh shit, like last week Mike Enos was not on that episode. But Mike Enos is on this one. Yeah. Like I watched one and like I text you about it. Like Texas Hangman came out and like Bull Payne. I watched Bull Payne.
There he is.
The guy who literally coined kicking ass.
Yeah.
The reason why we called the kicking ass.
I was just
podcast.
thinking, we haven't brought that up in a while.
Yeah. And like Bull Payne was there. It was on it. Yeah.
As a Texas Hangman.
It was so cool. But then he wasn't that. Then it was Tough Thomas Disorderly Conduct came in and did Texas Hangman.
So
which are like way smaller. Like,
which is like if like you're saying, like if we jump around, it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, but I would love to see Tough Tom and Mike. Me and Mike.
By the way, our WCW Nitro enthusiast, expert, analyst, Wes is back.
Hey, guys.
Hey, thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You excited?
I am.
Yeah.
Very
Hey, it's a good episode.
Yeah, I liked it.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it was as good as 70, but like the intro is sick.
Yeah. I mean, the opening segment is my favorite. Well, it's my favorite wrestler of all time. So.
You were like way pumped on it. There was like, basically, what I caught from this is that Macho Man is a bitch because he just walks out.
Oh, yeah.
And like it's just the weirdest, like the Sting angle is so weird, but it starts so hard. Like he essentially comes out.
It starts awesome.
Yeah, he comes out.
Well, like,
and basically at this point in time, Bischoff said he wasn't, just to give you the background, in 96, like late 96, Bischoff wasn't giving him a contract.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So his thing was, okay, fine, I need to find someone with stroke. He didn't really specify. I need someone with stroke to come out here and talk to me. And if they don't, I'll sit here all night.
Yeah, it's just Macho Man in a chair, looking awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Looking real.
Holding up WCW, which I think is...
That's the opening segment to the show.
Which is
Macho Man sitting in a chair with a referee
is
in the
this.
ring.
Like, okay, on paper...
Oh,
like,
but he also jumps the guardrail.
Hang on. So, on paper, right? You're the producer of this show, right?
A multi-million-dollar show.
Yeah. There's... How many people would you say are there? In that arena?
United Center? Probably 18,000.
They called it at like 17
okay.
something
like that.
So like you have almost 18,000 people in a place. There's cameras everywhere. Right?
A lot of production.
A guy comes out of the crowd. This is all on paper now.
Yeah.
This is a televised show. A guy comes out of the crowd.
Yep.
He gets in the ring and says he needs someone with stroke. And he sets a chair up.
Yeah.
But he has a hard time finding the right chair that he wants, which is amazing. He's like scouring the outside. He grabs a chair and then he goes, no, this one's not good enough. He grabs another chair. He puts it in. He sits down. So if I'm to believe that this is real, there's not one guy that's like on the camera going, yeah, someone needs to come out here. Like, there's a guy in the ring that just jumped the fence.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is anyone watching this right now? Is there a producer watching this right now? Like, you're supposed to believe that there's a guy in the back, and there's, like, probably all these, like, suits going like, no, you go. No, you go. You go. No, you go. You go. You go. He's holding up a TV show.
He talks and then just sits in the chair for a strong 5, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
And nobody picked up. Like, holy shit, man, get this guy out of here.
It was Tommy Young was in there, right? Tommy Young, the ref. That's the other guy.
Yep.
So Tommy Young's in the ring, and he's just kind of like walking around like, and like Macho Man just keeps talking to him like, go get him. Go get him. And he's like licking his lips and like doing all this like weird
the
shit.
Best fucking Macho Man stuff ever.
So then Chavo comes out because Chavo's supposed to wrestle the match.
Yeah.
And then it's even more awkward because they're like, Chavo's like kicking the ropes and he's like,
he's just mad because he wants to wrestle.
Come on, man. Like, I want to wrestle. Like, get out of here.
I'm a young upstart. I just want to have a match.
Yeah. And then he like touches Macho Man, and then Macho Man just socks him.
Yeah, and Hugh gets like this went on for a while.
Yeah,
basically he punches Chavo. It gets a huge pop, but I mean, I'm going to say like a strong 10, 15 minutes went by before this happened.
Yeah,
like, this whole segment was long. It was real long.
So this is like when I put down. Basically, Macho Man comes out, says he's blackballed.
Yeah,
and he's not
jumps the guardrail, gets in the ring.
Yep.
Starts claiming that he's looking for someone with stroke.
Major stroke.
Major stroke. He's looking for a guy named Major Stroke, who's also my masturbating name when I masturbate. Then he like sits in a chair. And as soon as he sits down in the chair, he slaps his shoulder.
Yeah,
like he's about to tie up with someone.
Yep, Macho Man is the best of all time.
So then Chavo comes out, which, by the way, Chavo just comes out to the Nitro music. Like, just the actual Nitro music, which is amazing. And then literally the smartest thing Zbyszko's ever said on the mic, he just goes, can we finally get someone out here with some stroke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, that's the smartest thing Zbyszko's ever said.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think I tear him down pretty hard later on in my notes.
I feel like the big deal was Macho Man ended his promo. I don't remember the line he used, but he said ass. And
and they were like, well, he said the A word.
Yeah, they did say that. He said the A word.
Yeah.
But also, it was like, I remember that was like a big thing, was like hearing like Hogan and like Macho Man, who are these like, family-friendly characters in WWF. Now they're saying ass. Yeah. They're wearing black. They say hell all the time. Yeah. That's like a big deal.
So this is what I put. And this is where you realize Chavo has no stroke.
Yeah.
Because people keep coming out, and you realize they don't have any stroke. So, like, Chavo's come out. He does his thing, blah, blah, blah. He's trying to plead with him. He touches Macho Man. Macho Man freaks out and just punches him in the face.
Gets a huge... And then throws him out of the ring. How about who comes out next?
Then they send out Max Muscle, and I
had no idea who that was. They go, Max is here. And I was like, who the fuck is Max?
And I just put...
A guy I've never
Jesse loves him for sure.
I've never seen him in my life.
Yeah, it's Max Muscle, man.
Body guy.
From... He said what he's from
the Dungeon of Doom.
Dungeon of Doom.
But he was just Max at that point. He used to be Max Muscle.
They just called him Max. He had he had the Mr. T haircut.
Yeah.
The lines going into the base. He's jacked.
Yeah.
So
you love
that's pretty annoying.
Yeah. He ate right.
Then Macho comes out and smokes him.
Just beats the fuck out of him.
And then just out of nowhere, he like just slaps Tommy Young in the face.
Yeah.
And then tries to poke his face. Like, he slapped him in the nose. He's like
palm strike.
Yeah, he palm striked him.
Like, Yep,
and then fucking took the referee and threw him over the top rope.
Yeah. And then Doug Dillinger comes out and he smokes Doug Dillinger.
Doug Dillinger
gets hung up on the ropes.
Head of security. Yeah, he shoved him so hard he like fell through the first. He like hit his head in the second rope, which is a cable.
I'm gonna find out how old Doug Dillinger is at this point in time.
Yeah, because like when they're like,
do you think? 55?
I mean, he's like gray-haired, gray beard, and like, you know, they're like, that's the head of security. And and like the average fan is just like, that's the head of security? Like, remember WWE had the dude with like the backwards like leather golf hat jacked to the nines? Like that was the ECW security, and like that was WCW's head of security. Like, I don't know.
Something I just looked up said, whatever happened to Craig Leathers and Doug Dillinger? Who's Craig Leathers?
And Doug Dillinger also bumps later in the show.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Head of security, it was a busy night for that head of security, man. Yeah.
Can't find any. Oh, wait. Well, here we go.
Then after
it's spelled with an E. Dellinger.
Oh, Dellinger.
Yeah, his real name is Howard.
He gets canned. Alex Wright comes
out. He gets canned.
Yep.
And then I was wondering what was going on because, like, after Alex Wright gets canned, they're just showing the ring and you hear a bunch of people doing like the dog bark. So I'm like, oh, Rick Steiner's coming.
Right.
But then they
did though.
Yeah, but they cut to the aisle and it was just like the Steiners were out there, the French-Canadian tag team, and like a couple other people.
Yeah, just
but
random.
they were just stoked.
Don't say the French-Canadian.
I forget their name. I just think of them as the Quebecers.
French-Canadians.
The amazing
French-Canadians.
Okay, sorry. I think it was
one of my favorite wrestlers.
Give them respect.
I think of them as
which I pop later on.
I should have just said the Quebecers.
I figured you would.
But anyways, so so Rick Steiner's just getting a huge reaction. And
Scott looks great.
Scott looks awesome. Fucking black leather backwards hat, studded weight belt.
I like the fact that it's like actual hard asses are out there.
Yeah.
But none of the actual hard asses get in the ring. They just kind of like stay there.
And there's one Macho Man and like 6 or 7 of them.
And then Sting rappels down.
Mm-hmm.
He goes into the ring. They all just part like the Red Sea. He gets in the ring. And then this like awkward thing happens where he's like hitting the chair and poking at Macho Man.
Yep.
And Macho Man
baseball bat.
Yeah, they just like the bat to the chin like he always does.
Yeah. And he kind of like bitched out, like handed him the bat.
He gives Macho Man the bat and like turns his back.
Yeah. Right. And then like Macho Man like throws in the bat and then just follows him out of the ring.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the whole show is like this. It's like it's something cool and then it ends really weird. Yeah. Like the weird WCW
that's kind of Nitro in a nutshell.
Yeah. So then Sting and Macho Man just leave through the crowd together.
Yeah.
Which it was a really cool segment until that weird.
Am I forgetting anything?
No.
Note-wise?
For me, the weirdest thing was at the previous Nitro, they made a big deal about how Giant Hogan was like the biggest match in wrestling history.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it just goes off the air because they're showing the new Robin Hood or whatever
the past 2 episodes.
And they just, like, it just never existed.
And there wasn't like a pay-per-view in between either.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It was just Nitro and then the following Nitro.
They don't get to it until like the last 3 minutes of the show.
You figure you would like start with...
Oh, yeah, what happened last
this
week?
This is how Nitro ended.
Yeah.
You couldn't see it.
No way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's time for Randy Savage, guys.
Yeah.
And also, I want to know who was spray painting Randy Savage and Hogan's beards at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
See if we could hire him for this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So dark.
Dude.
Yeah, just for men.
Macho Man had fucking black tassels on his boots. He had black fingerless gloves.
He was wearing actual wrestling boots that had like tread on the bottom.
Oh, did they?
I was like super stoked on his boots, but I couldn't really get a look at him. Like I thought they were high techs at first, but they're not high techs.
He looked like a main eventer. He looked great, man.
It's so funny because like me watching that then, I was probably like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. Me watching it now, he looks nothing like a main eventer to me. Like,
really?
I'm looking at him like, well, he's like kind of first or 2 matches. Get this guy out. Can't work at all.
I think it's just because I.
But like later on, who does he wrestle? He wrestles someone in like a later Nitro, and I was maybe it may have been Wrath.
Does he join Sting? Is
Wrath
that what happens?
Or Mortis, like later on.
Yeah.
And like they have, I just watched like some Wrath matches and Mortis matches. I think one of those 2 wrestle him. Maybe it's Wrath. I don't know. But I was like really surprised at how hard he was bumping. He's 45 there, and he's like, this match is like super physical. The one I'm talking about. Yeah. I can't remember. Maybe it was perfect.
The big one they say is like he had some really good matches with DDP.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But he was like bumping his ass off, and he took something like You know what? I think it was Ultimo Dragon.
Really?
Or it was like Ultimo Dragon or Dean.
The Randy Savage on a cruiserweight?
Yeah.
Oh,
and they were
I'll
going
watch that.
hard. And like, fuck, I'll find it. Anyways, yeah.
Can't find that right
I was like really surprised that he was like doing the stuff that he was doing. Like he took
I'm sold.
I want to say, no, that's what it is. It's him versus Scott Steiner in a singles.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. And Scott does a fucking Frankensteiner off the top.
Fuck yes.
And like he takes it like 45-year-old Macho like
Don't
takes it perfect, and like his bumping is awesome. Like everything is awesome.
I gotta see it.
But I don't want to give anything away because anyways. So
spoiler alert. Yeah. What do you guys got next?
If there's anything, because I'm kind of trying to keep track of like detail on these. Gives the bat, then throws it back, leaves. And then they announced that Chono is now a part of NWO.
Did you guys pick up on the racism stuff in this segment?
No. Why? What did he say?
Well, the whole gimmick is who's the guy that Chono's with?
Sonny Ono.
It's Sonny Ono, Chono, and Mean Gene in the aisle. And like Sonny Ono's like speaking in Japanese, and like Mean Gene just goes, "In English, you idiots!"
Yeah, straight up.
Shit.
And while they're doing this, like Nash, DiBiase, and some other people are on like commentary, and they're just doing bad like Japanese impersonations, like "Hua cha hua hua hua," and like trying to like say what he's saying. Like it's pretty bad. It's not.
I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what's terrifying. Chono's voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, his voice.
Chono's like him speaking in Japanese.
Yeah.
Is insane.
It's not, he looks like a 1990s killer.
Yeah. He looks sweet.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, and then he fucks up Sonny Ono.
Yeah, he like wrings his neck.
I actually thought he was like ripping. I mean, I don't know why, but it's WCW. Anything happens. Like I thought he was like ripping Sonny Ono's shirt off to like expose it. But he was just ripping his shirt and violently throwing him around.
Straight up though, like if you don't realize how big Chono and Muta were.
Oh yeah,
dude,
especially for like
there's a match. Yeah. It's Chono and Muta versus the Giant and Lex Luger.
Yeah, and they probably hang in there right with him.
Dude, like there's a point in time where Muta goes against Giant in a singles.
Yeah.
And they're not far off.
I remember that popped up on my YouTube, like Muta versus Big Show or
it was,
Giant.
they wrestled twice or whatever, and like it was sick. Like the first time, like
your television right now.
Oh, thanks.
Muta comes up on him or whatever, or he comes up on Muta and he grabs him for the choke slam.
Yeah.
He gets him up and he blasts him with fucking green mist. It's sick.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's great.
But like they're not. Like you realize how big Muta's huge.
Yeah, especially like 6'3", he like 6'4". As he got older, he got bigger.
Yeah,
too.
and Chono was like had to been like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
he's huge. He's big.
You got anything, Wes? And
not on the vignette so much. I just was wondering, to go back to the Savage thing, was this Max Muscle's big spot in the business?
Oh yeah.
Like they're like, listen, man, we got something huge for you.
You got something
you're
right,
gonna
Max.
walk out, you're gonna get punched, and you're out of here.
Yeah.
Just hanging the aisleway with the rest of the guys. When Sting comes down, get the fuck out of the way.
We're not even gonna put Muscle in there. You're just Max.
We're putting you over huge tonight.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have anything else about the vignette.
Okay.
So then in that section they show Chono like beating up Jericho. And Jericho's leg gets like hung up in the rope.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it worked me. I don't know if that was supposed to be the finish, because then they said he got DQ'd.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
And Chono was whooping his ass while he was like hung up by a leg.
Yeah,
like in the ropes.
Like Jericho's like leg got stuck. Not
looks kind of scary.
In the second rope and the bottom rope.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I thought he did it on purpose, but it looked. I don't know.
Yeah,
it looked pretty good.
Sketchy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then then we have Alex Wright Jericho's. Yeah, so sick.
It's short, but it's good.
Yeah, and I love Alex. I know I've been like popping hard for Alex Wright, like texting you just saying how good Alex Wright is. I love the fact that he just wears normal colors.
Yeah,
like this one, he just wore like baby blue,
blue tights.
Sometimes,
no logo.
Sometimes he wears just like, and it's always matching his like knee pads.
Yeah, knee pads and then like black boots.
It's so cool, dude.
Yeah,
like
white
really awesome.
Just basic, brother.
So yeah, and I just put Alex Wright versus Jericho. This rules. And then I just heard that Hacksaw will be here, and I got bummed. Jericho does like in the first high spot of the match.
Yeah.
Jericho does a sick flying shoulder block.
No,
in the middle of it. It's so cool.
Yeah?
Like just basically where like you would instead of like like shoulder block drop down.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing a normal shoulder block in the actual part of like the high spot.
Yeah, he just jumps.
He does like a jumping one and then hits the ropes for a drop down.
Yeah.
They like go into a spot like from there. It's so cool.
I put like same thing. I put like it's a short match. It's good, but then the finish is really weird.
Dude, that's what I put. The finish is so confusing.
Yeah, it's basically it's like the match is so short.
They try to do like a bunch of falsies.
Like roll ups. Like it's like
falsies,
roll up, and they botch a couple things, and then it's just like also it's like 1, 2, 3, and it's like what a bummer.
Yeah, but it was like up to that point, it was like a good 6-minute match.
Was it even that long?
Yeah, I think it was like they probably had 6.
Okay.
On that, but like the ending was so confusing.
Yeah. What do you got, Wes?
I thought the spacing was a little awkward, like during tie-ups and transitions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they got too close to each other a couple times. Like it looked like Alex Wright was like going to grab a head or something, but
during the finish.
Yeah. But Jericho thought he was like going to grab a wrist or whatever, and like they just kind of ended up.
Well, I think they were trying to do that.
Each other, sort of.
They were trying to do that spot where like I think it was like Alex Wright was supposed to pick him up for like a back body drop. Not a back body drop, but a back suplex. And he's supposed to tie his legs up around his waist, duck under.
Right.
The thing they did it twice.
Yep.
They went into it.
The thing is, like, whatever, like, when it seemed like they were botching something, they always got to where they were going. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Just the ending was just happened out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, and then it was just kind of weird. It's like, because I don't know if they're trying to like push either guy, it's like then it just ends and they're just both kind of standing in the ring.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. Alex Wright put his hands up like he won.
Yeah,
and then like Jericho was like celebrating because he won.
Yeah, and then it just cuts and it goes another segment.
So like later on, essentially, when Ultimo Dragon and Dean wrestle, the finish is essentially it's kind of like the same thing, but they hit everything perfectly.
Of course.
And it ends with a Mahistra for the pin or whatever. I know I'm jumping ahead there, but like we'll get to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like roll up finishes. It's just strange.
So then finally we have a fake Sting match. I got really excited about it.
Me too. I was like, I didn't know fake Sting wrestled.
They call him 4 names.
Bogus Sting. I'm keeping it Bogus Sting for the rest of my life.
Pretty good. Of fake Sting, aka Stink.
Yeah.
AKA Bogus Sting, AKA NWO Sting.
Yeah.
Versus Scotty Riggs.
Yeah. So I'm Bogus Sting, and I'm keeping Bogus Sting.
Great.
Bogus Sting. I put he looks shot with his hair, and he's got like a hoop earring, and it looks like a Halloween costume, like something you'd buy at the store. But
so that's like up close, dude. He looks.
Yeah, when they do that's when they do the up close. But then at the same time, I think I'm like, well, he's supposed to be a heel. Like he's not supposed to be cool. And then the match is fucking awesome. I loved it. It was fucking great.
Because you love Scott Riggs. He
didn't have great babyface fire, but even fucking NWO Sting was like kicking ass, dude.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, he threw the stun gun on the top rope.
Stun gun.
And
awesome.
The crowd blew up.
That was the cutoff. Yeah,
cutoff, then straight into a fucking side slam backbreaker.
I wonder if like the crowd, like I bet you some of the crowd didn't know that was actually. I bet you part of that crowd probably thought that was Sting.
Yeah, because I think
convinced.
From far away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like during the angle too, they were like saying that Sting was part of NWO.
Right.
Yeah. Because like you said, like when they do the close up of them, you're like, oh man. Wow, but then when they do the far away shots, it doesn't look that bad.
Right.
It should have definitely stuck.
I bet you part of the crowd thought that was really Sting.
But yeah, I think that was the whole the fucking crowd. This whole show was just like rabid, awesome. I think that was WWE's whole thing was like they drew a lot of like non-wrestling fans too, like just people drinking and partying, and like they probably, like you said, the casual fan probably just thought it was Sting.
Yeah.
So this is what I put. I put finally a fake Sting match. Wait, actually Bogus Sting. Scotty Riggs, the most basic wrestler on earth.
Oh yeah.
And then I just put, please get in the flock sooner. Bogus Sting looks shot. Buff is still calling Riggs fat.
Yeah, just comes out calling him fat.
Now the NWO comes out and just attacks Scotty Riggs. Like that to me is mind blowing that the entire NWO came out to attack Scotty Riggs.
Yeah. Yeah, Buff wasn't enough.
Everyone.
Yeah. the whole roster. And then like Scotty Riggs just jumped the guardrail, but just stayed behind the guardrail, and like it was like a wall of fire or something. Nobody could get over the guardrail.
Teasing him like, I'm right here.
And he slaps Buff in the face, and you just can't get him.
They just bully Penzer into being like,
announcing.
And Sting won. He's counted out.
Yeah.
And like Penzer like adamantly or apprehensively goes, and it's, you could hear it in his voice, like, and winner is fake Sting. Like NWO
Sting. Yeah. And like in that like close-up camera shot when everyone has Penzer, like there's Nick Patrick is right there, and with his like backwards hat and like earring, and I wrote down like curly mullet. He looks exactly like Danny McBride from Eastbound.
Yes,
like legit, like exactly.
Yeah,
yes, he does.
The next segment is. How useless is the next segment? Like,
is
but
it the Flair
amazing. One? Yes, Flair with Bob Probert
in Buffalo
is so cool.
They were in Buffalo.
Yeah,
that's great.
Well, no. Bob Probert was in Buffalo that night. They probably filmed it the night before.
Yeah, that's what they said. So Probert, like Bob Probert, who was you guys are hockey guys. He was like a hockey enforcer.
He was like the enforcer.
Okay,
that's like the Babe Ruth of enforcing.
And they basically just said he's in Buffalo, so he can't be with Flair. And Flair just carries him through this promo.
Yeah. And I put like Bob Probert segment with Flair. This is awesome. Haha, this rocks. Straight to a mom with a Bob Probert like jersey on. And then Zbyszko is just like now just turns into like a heel announcer.
Yeah.
And he's like shitting on Probert, whatever. I'm telling you right now, Bob Probert on his worst day would whoop the shit out of Larry Zbyszko on his best day. You could take a 35-year-old Larry Zbyszko and Bob Probert would fuck him up.
And let's just make it clear that he's not Bob Probert. He's Big Bad Bob Probert.
Is that what they call him?
Everybody calls him Big Bad Bob Probert.
Big Bad Bob Probert.
Nobody says Bob Probert once. He's Big Bad.
Great.
Yeah.
He just kind of like Probert just like Flair like goes off, and then they give like Probert like one line to say, and then it's just back to Flair.
He just says, Hogan, next time I'm in Chicago, keep your head up.
Yeah.
Because he's coming for the NWO and Hogan.
Hell yeah.
Great. Never did though.
He doesn't show up next week or nothing?
Never did.
He was probably in alcohol rehab.
Yeah. He had some issues.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's hey
man.
I grew up wishing he was my dad for about 15 years of my life.
Gotcha.
I did put this. I go, Zbyszko would get his ass beat by a dead Probert. Like Probert right now, dead in a casket, would get up and whoop the shit out of Larry Zbyszko.
Dude, no joke. When he's
dead, by the way.
Yeah. So Zbyszko calls him Bob Propane.
Yeah.
Like as like a joke.
Yeah, that's such as a Zbyszko
fucking
line.
Squeezed the controller as hard as I possibly could. Trying to break it. Like Bob Probert was like.
Yeah, your hero.
I looked up to Bob Probert.
Yeah.
As growing up, you know what I mean? Like he was like people were scared of the Boogeyman or like movies. Like I was legit scared of Bob Probert.
Yeah.
Like he was just punching people's heads off.
Bob Propane.
Propane.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he was an ass whooper.
How about the next tag match?
I'd fucking Mongo.
It's fucking awesome, except for Mongo's in it.
Jarrett looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Like Jarrett looks amazing.
White head to toe.
Just as he looks in good
sweet,
shape.
Curly
His shape
hair.
is like, he's in perfect shape.
Yeah, he looks amazing. It's Eddie Guerrero and Jeff Jarrett versus.
And then I literally just put this in my thing. I go, please, Jesse, don't put Mongo over because of his pop.
No, well, he did get a huge pop because they were in Chicago.
He's in Chicago.
I know. Like I did write down that like because when Arn opens the match, and then when he finally goes to tag Mongo, he gets a huge pop.
Yeah,
but
Mongo couldn't get up, couldn't stand without using the ropes.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, he's a mess.
Every single time he would go down in the mat, he'd have to use the ropes to get up. Every time.
How about how awesome Eddie Guerrero made him look in the short couple high spots? I put down Eddie Guerrero wrestling himself, making Mongo look phenomenal.
Yeah.
He did a fucking he has Mongo press him over his head, which it's like
drop kick.
It's just weird how fucking Eddie and then Mongo drops him into like a Mexican arm drag.
Yeah.
Like how and then he pops Guerrero up into it. Like Guerrero just makes Mongo look phenomenal.
Yeah. Guerrero would make anyone in this room look like the greatest wrestler of all time.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, and then the match kind of just like ends.
I just put like people love Arn Anderson. Like he's supposed to be a heel, but like
he's awesome.
He does anything, and people just think he's great.
His selling is awesome.
All the punches and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. How about then Eddie just disappears?
Yeah, well, because Six Pack came out on a ladder.
Yeah, but they never showed it.
They just said he's on a ladder somewhere.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
They didn't even know. They
No.
Eddie gave a tag. Jarrett gets in. They cut a second. They cut to Eddie just running away.
Yeah,
and the announcers didn't even know why. And then they were like, "Oh, Six came out on a ladder. We just didn't see it."
Yeah.
Like,
He's somewhere on a ladder.
How did you miss the guy on a ladder? Like, what the fuck?
So yeah,
So that's like the third. That's like the third week in a row. Six taunted Eddie with a ladder.
And then the finish is like really weird. Like
yeah, again another weird finish.
Yeah, and it's like what like.
I think Arn put Jeff Jarrett in a Boston Crab.
Yeah, and then
Deborah and Mongo just got in the ring.
Throws her
Mongo-
like white sash thing in.
Well, Mongo kept kicking him when he was down.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like
she says
Deborah's
something sash.
protecting.
thrown in the towel type thing. I think.
Yeah, it's just like this is like the fourth weirdest finish in a row.
And then it's awesome though. When it's over, Arn like jumps out. He's like mad, and he just goes, "Women."
Did he?
And like throws down.
I didn't pick up on that.
It's so great.
We were trying to beat that guy's ass.
Yeah, women. Then Flair comes out for this for the third week in a row. This like awkward horseman,
just long. I'm not
guy away.
I'm not. I didn't write anything down.
I wrote this down. Flair almost falls.
Did he?
Yeah. Flair almost fell.
It's Flair, Mongo, Deborah, Arn, Benoit, woman.
Yeah, and the best is he's announcing everybody, and he gets to woman and goes, oh woman, won't you marry me now?"
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, Flair says that?
Yes. Flair
Which he's supposed to be with fucking Benoit.
Always. And every one of these things is always horny towards a woman.
Yeah.
Every one of them is just like Flair talking horny about woman the entire time.
She's supposed to be with Chris Benoit, who's in the Horseman.
And then why won't Mean Gene give up the mic?
Yeah, like because when
he never gives up the mic.
Yeah, is that a thing?
I hate it.
Yeah, because Mongo's like, give me that mic because he's so excited.
He's just sitting there like this the whole time, and the guy's hanging onto this huge man is holding onto his hand.
Yeah, but Mean Gene won't.
He won't get. You could tell how mad he is when he's trying to.
But it's pretty smart because I bet you what Mean Gene's doing is because then, like, especially Mongo will go off forever if he has the mic, which makes no sense because then Mongo just starts screaming how he's back in Chicago and getting the crowd, and then Deborah starts talking as a heel, and then Mongo starts telling everybody to shut up. It's just like, dude, you were just pumping him up, and all of a sudden you hate everybody.
So then the mic gets to Benoit. Benoit fucks the opening lineup like it's terrible. Like it's like stuttering over his his words. Then like this is what I have. The crowd shot after that is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
They do
I
a
love
crowd
the
shot
crowd
after
shots.
it, and it's just like four of the sickest headbangers like in a row.
Yeah.
It's so cool, and it just never stops.
Yeah, the front row there was like 6 or 7 guys. Just wearing dirty white T-shirts with mullets.
Yeah.
And they would just keep going one.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Fuck yeah.
What else? What did you have for them?
I love that Flair kept calling Benoit Christopher.
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Yeah. And then Flair said, we're horsemen, so let's be horsemen before we go downtown. In reference to woman. Like, let's kick ass, and then, we'll eat pussy.
Yeah.
Basically.
Very cool.
Let's do the horseman.
But you know he's talking about woman the whole time.
100%.
Because he's so horny.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Christopher was cool.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
But yeah, Mongo, he did get a pop, but man, he sucks.
Yeah, it's just they're in Chicago, big deal. Oh, I think we getting a call.
I think a call's coming.
I think what do you know?
Yeah,
it's Puff Marshall.
Yeah, it's Puff Marshall.
Hey guys, what's cracking?
Hey, Puff Marshall.
Hey, you guys kicking ass down there?
Yeah, where you at this week?
Oh man, I'm in the city famous for cold brews and lake views, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So awesome.
I never made it to the lake views though. They got so many breweries down here that I just took a bunch of tours through them, free samples the whole way through. I started trying to eat these guys' hats. They look like cheese. I was hungry.
That's great.
They beat me up.
Wow, Milwaukee.
Yeah, great town though. You guys next week you're gonna have a great
Clash
time.
of Champions, where it's going to be a great time.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Puff Marshall, for calling in.
Puff Marshall, 1-800-COLLECT.
1-800-COLLECT with Puff Marshall.
Yep.
Yeah.
There he is. He's on the road. He's just been out the entire time we've done this.
Just waiting for us to come to Milwaukee.
Yep.
That's all right.
He was stuck under that bean in Chicago. We had to help him out of that.
I almost forgot. Thank God somebody got him out of there.
Yeah.
And he's okay.
Okay. The next, you got this like that weird Bischoff thing, like that promo on a motorcycle.
I just, it's like a backstage.
I hated it.
I just put a long, weird Bischoff promo.
I just put
and, like Miss Elizabeth is like filming it.
Yeah.
And then there's like 2 cameras. There's like someone's filming it, and then they just show.
They never use the Elizabeth one.
Yeah, the Elizabeth with an NWO shirt on, like filming, and it's in black and white. It's just really long.
Bischoff on a motorcycle is the reason I hate motorcycles.
Yeah, and he's like Hogan bought me this motorcycle, which is probably true.
Yeah.
It's just
him putting himself over, basically.
Yeah.
For 2 minutes.
Nothing. It just sucked.
It stunk. But
let's get to Malenko.
What happens after that?
Dean Malenko, Ultimo Dragon
versus Ultimo Dragon, and it fucking starts during the Shine. He hits him with the most perfect brainbuster.
Oh
ever.
yeah, I think before the brainbuster, he hits 2 like fucking awesome power slams.
Yeah,
in a row. Like he smashes one, and they go to another high spot. This time out of the corner, and he gets him with another one.
Yeah,
and it's like a thing of beauty.
And then just a brainbuster.
Yeah, and then just a sick textbook brainbuster.
If this was '86. Match over.
Yeah,
it was a squash.
You
right
would
there.
think the guy's dead.
But this is 1997, so we got to give Ultimo Dragon his due.
There was fucking ECW chants while they were working.
I didn't have that many notes for this actually because the match was just so good. I was watching.
I just
the whole
put
time.
Great match, and then again I mean, it wasn't that bad, but they just did a roll up finish, and it just ended kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then I think they said, did you catch like? They said like they were going to wrestle again at Clash of the Champions.
At Clash of the Champions, yeah.
So it was just like, oh, so like Malenko lost, but it's no big deal because they're wrestling again. Like I didn't pick up.
I think they just wanted to just tease it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at what these guys can do.
Yeah.
You know, watch tomorrow.
Because it was an arm drag down. It was like an actual like shoot arm drag down into a Mahistra pin. Was like
Oklahoma roll.
Yeah.
Shit. No. Fuck. I mean, that's one name for it, which you're using.
Yeah.
But the other one I heard is, where you twist around, float over the guy.
Yeah. So, like, it's basically like they call it a whizzer in wrestling.
Uh-huh.
So, like, he kind of, like, gives them, like, a front-faced whizzer down.
Yeah.
Into a Mahistra.
It's a sweet roll-up. But,
awesome.
like, the same thing, then it just, like, 1, 2, 3, and then they're both just kind of standing in the ring.
Yeah.
Dragon starts talking to the camera, and it's
very cool.
The top rope Rana was probably the match.
Well, Dragon always did that
spinning one.
Yeah, where he's behind you and he spins around.
Because he fucked it up at first. He like falls off the rope, but he falls onto the apron, and then he pops up and does it.
Oh yeah. But
very cool,
tight match.
Yeah.
After this, Regal versus Jacques Rougeau, which is sick.
But I also put Heenan and Today come out for the second half. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
We're switching to hour 2.
Thank God.
They did a quick recap of the
the whole match.
Man thing.
Like as if it didn't take long
enough. Not a quick rehab.
No, they recapped the whole thing.
They recapped the entire thing.
Because I fast forwarded through it and I was like, oh my God, they're showing the whole thing. Like the show's only 2 hours, so they basically gave that segment like a half an hour.
Hey man, they just want to put Max over.
Regal versus a they gotta get Max in there.
Just want to put Max over.
Regal versus a balding Jacques Rougeau.
Oh man, what a match!
Then they have Jacques like badly sings the Canadian anthem.
Yeah, so good.
And who's his manager again?
It's buddy Robert Lee Buzz.
That's Colonel Parker.
Colonel Parker,
but dressed up like
this is what I put. He's just badly out of time with the actual when he's singing. He's like super out of time.
Oh yeah,
with the like thing, and he's like making up the lyrics.
He's obviously trying to be as bad as possible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Then the match is like pretty basic.
Yeah,
it does like nothing.
The finish is straight out of 1985.
Yeah,
it's like the most basic.
But it's amazing. Like so, the win comes or whatever like that, right?
Yeah,
and then the fire up.
Oh, Regal's babyface fire here
is insane.
Which I was just thinking, like, we always talk about how random the show is. Like, wasn't Regal like a heel
sometimes
before? Yeah, and then he's a babyface today. Like they do it with Harlem Heat later in this episode. It's just like, now Regal's a babyface.
Yeah,
like it's just. Yeah.
I loved it. Like that fire. I've never seen him fire up like that.
I've seen him.
Really?
Yeah, when he's a babyface, he fires up pretty hard.
Dude, that's like might be the hardest fire up I've ever seen in my life, and he did it twice.
Literally, the finish was just like there's a couple interferences from
Colonel Parker,
and it was like he just comes in, Jacques Rougeau grabs him from behind with his arms. Parker comes in, Regal moves, pops Jacques Rougeau. Regal fucking hits the manager. That's it. That's the match over.
Awesome.
Short, to the point. It was pretty much just like a fun short match.
Yep. Did you have any?
I just put Regal is fucking cool.
He's awesome.
This
is like at this point in time. This is like I want to say.
Is this what you're talking about?
97 Regal is the best. He might be the best wrestler.
He's on fire.
Okay, cool. 1997, there might not be a better wrestler than him. like just strict. He can have a match with anybody.
Yeah.
At this point in time, like his body hasn't like quite failed him yet.
Yeah.
And there's a couple times in his like career where you're like, well, he's too old, and then like he goes on a streak.
He would bounce back.
He'd do that like WWF, like after his first run as a commissioner.
Yeah.
He did like a run right after that where he came back and had that like long robe and stuff in WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And you're like, oh shit, he's still wrestling at a high level.
Yeah, he could if he wants to.
Like, dude, him versus Hero on NXT is like a thing of beauty.
I don't know if I ever saw that.
Yeah.
I saw him.
It was like one of his last matches.
I saw him and Claudio.
Yeah.
And then him and Hero worked too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
How about next?
Oh, the NWO.
Kevin Sullivan?
No, I got an NWO sold out.
Yeah.
It
ends with 6 sticking his tongue out.
There's a couple of those.
But it starts with them like walking on like a train track.
Yeah, I did like the walking was kind of sweet.
Pretty cool.
And they just like talk really fast. It just ends with 6 flicking his tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the ladder, 2 sweeting, flicking his tongue.
Then it goes into the Lee Marshall spot.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I swear at the end of it, it sounds like he says, the flaccid of champions. Like talking about Clash of Champions, the flaccid of champions.
I mean, he clearly had a hooker problem.
Oh, yeah.
Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Probably flaccid.
Yeah, and then that's where he says, has anyone that's came to this city sampled the sauerkraut and brat weasel?
Yeah.
And like, but I just love how like the whole announcing team like obviously loves this part.
Yeah.
And like they all pop for his joke at the end.
And then
like,
it goes back to Heenan, and Heenan goes, I hope he chokes on a kielbasa.
He was money at that point.
Oh my God.
Everything he said was good.
He has a great one-liner later. I'll get to it later.
Then we have Sullivan versus Benoit.
How awesome was Kevin Sullivan's music?
I'm telling you what, everything's awesome. I like this a lot. I thought an actual Chicago street fight, like these are the matches these dudes should be having.
Yeah.
They should never enter the ring like together. Like, because Benoit's so much far advanced than Sullivan.
Yeah, so just brawling.
It just made so much sense. And it was fucking awesome.
Kevin Sullivan comes out to his badass music. They have a feud, so Benoit jumps him in the aisleway. But like when they go into the crowd, it is like...
Yeah.
Because this is, I mean, you know, now going into the crowd is done. It's just overly done. When they did it, I mean, it was like chaotic. Like it was like
amazing.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
They brawled into the crowd, then up the fucking
and there's
stairs.
like fans in the bathroom with them.
Yeah, because then they fight. I remember this bathroom fight.
Yeah.
I remember that, and then like. They fight in the bathroom. There's fans in there, and then when they go out of the bathroom, the cameramen couldn't get out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
like they fight.
Let's get in back to that because he smashes his fingers in the fucking door.
Yeah,
which is great.
They're bleeding.
He had Well, that was an actual shoot thing. He actually
I remember
smashed
hearing
his
about
fingers, and his fingers were fucked up from that. Like they didn't break, but his fingers got like cut up really bad.
Yeah,
because the next week he's like all bandaged up.
I remember
like
this.
from that. But that scene, like woman is screaming.
She's hitting people in the back of their heads with her.
Hang on. We're not there yet.
Okay.
But she's in the actual bathroom.
Oh yeah,
thing.
just freaking.
She's just screaming, and it like adds this tension. To it that is like wow.
It's
like
some of the best realistic brawling.
Yeah. Then they start going out into the thing, and like they're hugged against the wall.
Yeah.
The cameraman can't get through, and then when the cameraman finally catches up, woman is yelling like, "Get out of the way, you son of a bitch!"
Yeah.
And she's hitting people with her heel.
Yeah, they're like
against the wall.
Yeah, they're like
Freaking
she has a because I mean think about it, she's a girl like in a dress.
Yeah.
And there's like hundreds of rabid fans like trying to like it's like the cameraman like they obviously didn't have enough security. The cameraman couldn't even get out of the bathroom. It it looked so real and awesome.
The best Heenan, like when they're in the bathroom, Heenan goes, he says one of them looks flushed.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like you're like crazy street fight.
You're throwing one-liners.
He's still throwing jokes.
Because of the toilet. Yeah. I forgot about that.
That was good.
But then they brawl back into the arena.
Dude, hold on. Aesthetically, I fucking love Kevin Sullivan's purple boots.
Oh.
They're awesome. Like his look is like black trunks with the fucking purple boots.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I want purple boots. Just because of that. They look so cool.
Hacksaw had new boots in this episode too. We'll get to that later though.
No, we actually won't. We're out of time. Sorry guys, we're running real tight.
So they brawl back into the aisle, then they get in the ring, and then the bell rings.
Dude, I loved the finish. I thought the finish was amazing.
With the fucking bell?
Diving headbutt.
Well, okay. Benoit's, I mean, now keep in mind when all this tragedy stuff happened, it turned out that Benoit had the brain of an 80-year-old with dementia.
Yeah.
He's done this. He used to do this spot. He did it in WWE too. Like he would go for the diving headbutt. I think he did it with Angle before. Like a person would like kayfabe the bell under him.
Yeah.
And then when Benoit would go for the headbutt, they would turn over and he would headbutt the bell.
Yeah.
But they would usually do it like the back of it, like the fucking wooden part. Kevin Sullivan just stuck the bell up in the air, and you literally hear his head ring the bell.
Yeah, it was his hand. I rewound and looked. Like he hits it with his hand. He like smacks it with his hand.
Good, thank
to
God.
get that sound or whatever like
but
that.
It's fucking insane.
I fucking loved the finish. I thought that was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like it looked like he killed himself.
Like going back and like thinking of the last 3 Kevin Sullivan matches or the last 2 Kevin Sullivan matches that we saw on the other 2 Nitros.
Yeah, this was like a world of difference.
Just so boring and just so like outdated.
He's working Chris Benoit here, so totally
and it was
story.
just like. But it was the right match. It was just like the right match for them to have, and it made me want to go. Like, it now makes me want to watch that Clash of the Champions just because of that match.
Well, that's like I don't know too much about this, but that was the whole gimmick. Was like Benoit in real life. Benoit stole a woman from Kevin Sullivan,
but like
so
Kevin Sullivan,
to, like, shoot heat. And
Kevin Sullivan always talked about how there was no heat there. Like it was just like it happened.
Yeah,
things kind of just.
But then like Jericho talked about it on his podcast not that long ago. They did a whole bunch of like work shoot stuff.
Yeah.
Where like, because this was when like the dirt sheets were like becoming a big thing, and like literally Benoit and Sullivan like faked a bar fight in front of like just 10 of the wrestlers. Just weird. So that's why even like in the fucking bathroom they were like giving some pretty heavy shots and like they were trying to make it like it was real, which was fucking great.
Yeah, but Sullivan like talked about it. He was like, no, there was no heat at all. Like. You know,
they were just trying to work it, which is fucking
it's
great.
amazing. Like taking like a real life thing and like making a thing out of it. It's like it's almost like Jarrett and Angle did in TNA.
Yeah,
but they made it like that shit was
uncomfortable.
Like, oh, dude, it's like hard to watch. Not in a bad way, meaning like there's times where you're like they're looking at each other like I wish I could fucking really punch this dude.
Yeah,
it's like really sketchy.
I'm kind of rewinding here and. It's a good point. Like it's such a serious angle and like a fucking sweet brawl.
Yeah.
But like when they finally get into the ring and they're fighting, Sullivan does Flair would do it all the time. Like Benoit comes to get Sullivan like from his back, and Sullivan like kicks back and gives him like a nut shot, and Bobby Heenan just goes, "Oh, that's that trick knee of his." It's a pretty good line.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, he always puts that over.
That trick knee of his.
Yeah, he always puts over a nut shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We had Doug Dillinger getting shit canned in the bathroom again.
Oh yeah,
and Doug was like,
God bless
he went
you.
Down again.
He almost hit his head on a urinal.
Yeah, he got tossed.
He had a busy night, man.
Yep, and then so they brawled up through the crowd into the bathroom. Fingers get smashed. They rip a piece of plexiglass off the wall.
Smashes him in the head.
Smashes Sullivan in the head with it. Gets a little color, and then Mike Tenay makes it a point to like butt in on the commentary and go, "Whoa, there's beer being spilt." Like, okay, man.
That's like the least.
A dude just got hit with glass. Dude's fingers got smashed. Doug Dillinger almost busted his head on a urinal. And you want to yell, "Yo, there's beer being spilled."
Yeah. Oh, that is that spot in the aisleway when they're going back to the ring.
Oh, somebody douses.
Yeah, he fucking blasts. He grabs. Sullivan grabs someone's beer and blasts.
Taskmaster. He hits Benoit.
Cool.
And then
But
then people just start soaking them with.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was like the coolest looking thing ever.
It adds like all of that weird craziness adds to. It's just so awesome
because it's real. Like when shit, if they try to plant that shit, it sucks. When that shit really happens, it's fucking great.
So cool.
There's not a Nitro from that era. That there isn't garbage being thrown. And it was like no big deal. Like,
and then years later was when laser pointers then became a thing too.
Right. Yeah, just cool.
But I got now NWO takes over on commentary again.
Yeah.
I
like Kevin Nash just crowbarring jokes in.
Yeah,
it's kind of
prostitution jokes.
Yeah, but it got real quiet after that one.
For you guys, you guys talk about like Vince and like Hacksaw like grinds your gears. For me, like DiBiase in the NWO
it's
with like a leather jacket and like tiny wraparound sunglasses. Like on commentary, it's like
it's hard, man.
Really, like NWO takes over commentary, and you're gonna put Nash and DiBiase on commentary.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man.
I make some comments about that, but the first comment I have is Carl Elliott.
Big pop.
Wow.
Wait, what was it?
Carl Ouellet is in the ring.
Yeah, Carl Ouellet comes out.
Yeah, Ouellet.
Pierre.
Oh yeah.
Is in the ring, and I am fired
Rock
the fuck
hard.
up. And then Hacksaw's music comes out. It's like,
Comes
God
out with his
damn
new
it.
gold boots, his purple tights,
And his stolen flag.
his
Yeah.
stolen flag.
So obviously, I'm never gonna put Hacksaw over. And then I put Hacksaw fuck. NWO announcing, and they still don't care about him. They don't talk about him at all.
he's
He's holding a WCW
super
flag.
pro WCW.
Yeah.
NWO just no sells him.
Nope, they don't care. The ring bell, or the bell rings, and Hacksaw's just whipping a fucking 2x4 around, trying to hit the dude with him, and he gets out of the ring. Should have been DQ'd. Right there.
Really? I didn't pick up on
yeah.
that. Oh, yeah.
Should have been DQ'd. He's swinging a weapon at a man.
Yeah.
Get him out of there. Should have been DQ'd. My man
right.
should have got the win there.
I had to put down, it was like, as always, like, it's just a fun short match with Hacksaw.
Fun for another reason.
Nash making prostitution jokes.
Yeah.
And then again, another really weird fucking finish.
Yeah. Super weird.
The coolest thing for me was Nash saying, "Hey man, let's go to the ring, beat up Duggan, and spray paint him."
Oh, he said tag him. He called it tag him. Let's tag him.
Let's tag him.
Yeah. That was right at the beginning. I
Yeah,
remember
very
that.
cool.
I just put thank God for the run-in.
So it was like the other Quebecer comes in.
Jacques, yeah.
Yeah, and plus the manager's out there, and then the Steiners run in.
Yeah, because it was like, there was like a weird like tag team beef at that time where like all the tag teams were beefing with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Awesome.
And that Rick is wearing a dad hat. I mean, like, dad hats are back now.
Yeah.
Like, he's wearing a dad hat in 97.
It was awesome.
And just a straight sweater.
Yeah.
He had a sweater and a dad hat on for his run.
He knows what he likes.
Awesome.
He looks awesome.
Just about comfort.
And he's super over. And then Scott Steiner, like, interferes in the match. Like, the referee's right there.
Yeah.
It's just a really weird finish.
Yeah. Nash, I mean,
What's the matter? You don't like his one-liners?
like his one-liners are just so, I mean, he's like, there's no air for the shit, and then he's just throwing him in there, like trying his hardest to get like a pop out of the boys.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
all his
just-
commentary is. I was waiting for it because he had shoot heat with fucking Pierre.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in
didn't know
WWF.
that.
In WWF they did, so I was wondering if he was going to make shoot comments, but he really,
PC would fuck him
he
up.
didn't.
And I,
I mean,
love both of them.
he kind of did, was saying he should be doing sit-ups, and he was out of shape.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
Poking like
got
out
some,
of shape jokes.
Yeah, he got some fat jokes in there.
Yeah.
My man could work.
No, it's fucking amazing.
And then we have Chono.
Chono again?
Chono with Nick Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Squire.
Wait.
Yeah.
Dave Taylor.
Oh, okay. There's a DDP promo after that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. I just put DDP promo. I didn't. It was like a DDP promo in the aisle.
It was
got
seriously
he's got a
like-
black shirt and a fucking
It
gold
was so
chain on.
lame. Like, Mean Gene asked him a question. He's
like giving him
blows
weird.
it off.
Yeah, he's like, nah. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
weird one-word answers. Don't worry about it.
What do you think? Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And then Mean Gene's like, you can tell Mean Gene's getting kind of annoyed. He's like, well, I'm not worried about it. Everybody else is. Like,
Yeah.
like, we got to talk about something here. We're just standing
Yeah.
here. Yeah, and then it's Chono versus Squire Dave Taylor.
Yeah.
Sir.
And, like, the match is, like, okay.
I just put Danny McBride as the ref because you got NWO Nick Patrick in there.
That's great.
The referee is literally wearing a backwards hat, a black NWO shirt, black jeans. It just looks weird.
Real tight around the
Yeah.
mouth. Dyed
Nash, at one point, there's no way Nash knows this, but Nash goes, Taylor can wrestle. Like, says Taylor can wrestle. There's no way he knows that.
Yeah.
And then
Probably just knows he's from the UK, so he can wrestle.
And then 2 seconds later, he goes, but khakis are out of season.
Yeah.
He's wearing, like, khakis.
Uh-huh.
Yuck.
And then
That
he goes into
Weird match.
He goes into a talk about the upcoming Miss NWO contest again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Girls sending him Polaroids with their phone numbers on them. And
Very
then Buff's
cool.
going to call him back.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Buff's going to call him back?
He says like something along the lines like, Buff's going through the numbers now. He's going to put you on a list and call you.
That's so cool.
I feel like it's one of those things where, like, Chono and Dave Taylor, like, in New Japan would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But they tried to have, like, a Nitro-style kind of match,
Yeah.
and it was just very weird.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but the whole time it's just Kev like being like, yeah, these dudes can like wrestle.
Yeah. Yeah, like, he said just making jokes.
Can't wait to see my boy come out after.
Yeah, because Scott Hall's on next,
Yeah.
and Chono finishes him with an STF, and like Nash is even like, "Isn't that? I think that's an STF, right?" Just joking.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, money's on the dresser. See you later.
Yeah, he makes that.
Is that when he
joke.
makes the prostitution joke? I thought it was earlier.
And it got real quiet. He was like talking about. He goes, "All these ladies in wrestling right now, man. It's kind of like."
Yeah.
And then he makes that joke.
Yeah, just handle it like I do.
Just handles his business, man. Money's on the dresser. See ya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to get my boy out here. And he just keeps calling him Scotty the whole time.
Yeah.
Scotty.
He's just really excited. He just keeps talking about Scott Hall's money and like
How about a match though, man? Like that match, like
Scott Hall, Booker T.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's awesome.
But a couple times Nash says that Scott Hall creates violence. He says that like 3 times.
It's like this man knows how to create violence.
It was just really weird. But Booker T fucking rules.
Yeah,
like he's just.
That's
awesome.
I put this here. I was I go Booker solo is like.
Yeah,
it's like
obviously a reason he
leaps and bounds better than him as a tag guy, and he was a great tag guy.
They had to. Like, I feel like this is one of those things, you know, when they talk about guys being pushed in WCW, like, I mean, they pretty much just kind of crush Booker T and then his brother in a match right after this.
Yeah.
But, like, Booker T does a great job of, like, holding his own against Scott Hall. Fucking, dude, match is fucking
match
awesome.
Is awesome. And Booker T looks great.
Yeah, like, he looks like a fucking main event.
Yeah.
It's just 2 big guys.
Yes, he looks like a main eventer.
Exactly.
He looks like Savage.
Dude, there's what is it? Booker T and Savage look like they can main event the show, if you ask me. He, what is it? At the beginning, Booker T bumps Hall with something, and then it like goes to drop an elbow, and Scott Hall moves. Booker misses the elbow and just no-sells it and does the spin-a-rooney.
Yeah,
and then Hall gets up and he just blasts him with that fucking sweet spin kick. It's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. But you know that's totally a Hall spot.
Probably.
Hall loves that spot of like something happens where it's sometimes like a no-sell or like a kip up into what you think is going to be his offense. Yeah, but he ends up getting fucking splatted. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. He it's just like, it's amazing. Like he starts the match off with the fucking toothpick to the face. Yep. Which I like literally almost every single match. That's how he starts. Yeah. And then just does the taunts and then Booker slaps him in the face. It's like, to me, that's like the smartest wrestling. It's
Booker slaps him in the face. Too.
Oh yeah. Just blast him and they get right into it. It's fucking great.
It's great. I thought that match was awesome. I thought that was like the match of the card for sure.
Because Hall has that's like his stuff. Because and then they go into some things. He always gets the arm bar and slaps brother in the back of the head. You got that, and then it turns into Booker T's fucking. I always love that Booker T does like the arm wind up into like a back kick. Yep, it's fucking sweet. Yeah, match is great. Yep. But then again, weird finish. Yeah, like Buff runs out like as. Hall, I think maybe Buff came late. Like as Hall is giving the outsider's edge, like Buff runs down and like grabs Sherry for like no reason.
Right.
It was really weird.
He already had him up.
Yeah. I think he was probably supposed to do that earlier, maybe. I don't know, but it was really weird.
He's probably busy calling chicks back.
He's probably going through Polaroids.
I have a couple of things from the announcer side. They did that like weird money thing where he's like, say that again. Like man goes, say that again, money. Oh, I love money. And then they both went into like weird voices.
Yeah, I caught that too.
Like there,
it's like them trying to be like charismatic and goof around, but it was just really strange.
Yeah, and then Nash goes, man, last time I saw this many. Last time I seen this many black T-shirts, it was like 77 at a Foghat
concert.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. And then I literally just put Booker T is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like Scott Hall. I thought that like this has to be like 98's like the downfall.
Yeah, he's pretty close to going off a cliff here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's not. He's still great.
He's still great.
He still looks awesome.
At this point, he's good.
Because I think like 98 is like he goes off the rails in 98.
Oh, okay.
There and like it's visible. Like you can see the roots coming out, like the gray roots coming out in his hair. He stops caring as much.
This is probably when he's like drunk.
Yeah,
literally at the show.
In his face.
Meltzer talks about how. Because that's when Bret Hart gets in. Because Bret Hart comes in like later 97. Yeah. And Bret Hart, or Meltzer always talks about how bummed Bret Hart was calling matches with those dudes at like house shows. Yeah. They would just be like, look, dude, there's not that many people out there. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. And like Bret Hart would be like, I give a fuck every single time I lace my boots on.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
And he would be like
there's thousands of people.
He would be pissed off if those dudes were like that. And I think that was like kind of like they don't like allude to who he's talking about.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like Nash and Hall.
Probably Hall and Nash.
Where it's just like, I lace my boots up every day.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna give him,
which is cool. Yeah.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, like it's just a house show, but there's literally thousands of people out there that pay money.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And we got 2 pieces of trash.
Here we go.
I didn't even write any notes down.
It's Stevie Ray, who's now a heel.
Yeah.
His brother was just a babyface. Stevie Ray comes out as a heel against ultra babyface Lex Luger.
Yeah.
And it's literally Stevie Ray beats him up for a while. Luger hits a power slam and then directly into the rack.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, they put over the. Remember that, like on the announcing thing, they were like, "Thanks for doing that," and it was because fucking Stevie Ray like threw him into a guardrail.
Oh.
Lex loved taking the guardrail.
Someone got thrown into the guardrail about 4 times in the show.
Yeah,
like Malenko did it. A lot of matches did it.
Yeah, but they like start putting it over on announcing, like, "Oh, thanks for doing that," and then he put him up, and they were like, "We're really surprised he can get him up with like."
They kept talking about his bad back or something, and then it was again the finish was weird too because Nick Patrick was the ref.
Yeah.
So he gets him up, like, the NWO hates Luger. Gets him up in the rack. Nick Patrick calls for the bell. Like, Luger puts him down, and he's, like, mad and, like, yelling at Nick Patrick.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I get it. He's, like, the NWO ref, but, like, you just won. It was just really weird. And then he just leaves mad. It's like, you just won. He didn't do anything to fuck you over.
Nash says, thanks for doing that, Stevie, when he whips him. And then he says, we owe you one.
Cool.
And then he goes, not.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
They're putting him over.
That's great.
Yeah. They're putting him over the whole time. So you know that he's going. Because, like, I think it's like 2 or 3 more episodes when it's like evident that like Booker T is now a singles guy and Stevie's a singles guy.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
And, like, it kind of seemed like this was kind of like because Stevie goes to the NWO.
Okay.
So I think that's like you can kind of tell the seeds were kind of getting planted here.
Yeah. I'm just excited for some Booker T single stuff.
Yeah, man.
Good shit.
So we got
there's 4 minutes left in the show, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan comes out, takes his sweet time.
Yeah, his intro is my favorite thing.
It's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, him playing his guitar, like playing his belt.
It's just weird. It's like that's what and the crowd is like hot. It's like that's what everybody's been waiting to see. Like you said, like the past 2 weeks, like Hogan and the Giant is like it starts the show, they recap it, it ends the show, and like it's the last 3-4 minutes of the show.
Yeah,
like there's the 4 minutes of TV time left. Here comes Hogan.
I love Giant's outfit.
Oh yeah,
it's sick. He's like wearing like a sleeveless hoodie.
Yeah,
there he looks cool as fuck. But he looks the way Body should look.
Yeah, there you go.
But Body doesn't look like that.
We gotta get our weekly Body poking.
Yeah. Oh, we
just tore into him the last episode for a good 20 minutes.
You ranted about Body, but
the Giant just makes the weirdest noises though.
Yeah, it's like he comes out and like it's like, oh my god, he looks so like intimidating. And then he starts talking and it just kind of weirds everything.
Well, there's times where he's like yelling and it's like growly, and then there's other times like, hey man,
it's like you're real high pitched.
It just sounds like he's got a bubble in his throat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't know what was Hogan talking about when Hogan just comes out, super long entrance, starts cutting a promo like Bischoff's in the ring with them.
Yeah.
He talks about his pythons about 18 times.
He says some cool shit about it.
Landed a 747 jet with his pythons.
Yeah, he says something like the shadow of the pythons I caught.
It was so long. The whole like plane thing was so long. It was just like, and the plane was going down, so I just poked 2 big holes out there and whipped the pythons out.
And the crowd's just loving every second of it.
Yeah, he said Trillionaire Ted about 18
because that's what he called DiBiase, right? Because I thought he was talking about Ted Turner at first.
Yeah,
that's what he called.
I think that was kind of like an interchangeable term.
Yeah,
because Bischoff would always say that, but he would refer to Ted Turner.
Okay, and then he was talking to DiBiase, calling him Trillionaire Ted.
Right.
And he like asked DiBiase to say something, and he did, and then DiBiase just did his laugh, like
yeah.
And it was, I don't know, like I said, DiBiase with like a leather jacket and sunglasses,
not looking bad.
Just weirds me out.
Yeah.
And then the Giant comes out and security holds him back and he kind of pops everybody off.
Yep.
Tries to get in the ring and he can't. And that's it.
That's literally it.
That's a wrap.
Always would end with like
chaos.
something happening, but you would never get to see what it was. There was no payoff.
I think I don't know if the announcer said it, but a lot of times they would always be like, "Oh my God, fans! Oh, we'll see you next week." I think that was the whole
I'm
concept.
really bummed there wasn't a limousines segment because we're going to start getting into like every episode has a limousine.
Yeah, they probably got some kind of sponsorship or something.
Yeah,
because that's when the NWO would always show up in a limo.
Yeah. I was pretty bummed that there was no like limo scene in this one.
It would have been a good time for it.
Yeah.
Just they saved the last 4 minutes for Hollywood Hogan, which everybody's been waiting to see. I mean, I'm sure they did stuff off air, but like, it
was trash.
That was episode 71.
That's episode 71, folks.
Yeah, sure.
And there it was.
Do you want to? What do you think? You want to start jumping around after this?
Yeah, I think we should jump around after this.
I kinda like
so
that
like we'll
idea.
tell like 71, but then like every single week, like one of us three, I think it should go like I pick an episode, you pick an episode.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it should go like that. Where all three of us like we got to watch this one. So like we're watching 93.
Just start. Oh, you want to do different years too?
No.
Oh, episode 93. Okay.
Episode 93.
Yeah,
we're only doing 97.
Yeah, we'll stick with that.
Yeah, and
We'll
then it's
bounce
like,
around.
oh shit, like today, like, and randomly, don't like, I'm up to 100, but like I forget them as soon as I watch
Oh yeah,
them.
just
you know
fish
what I mean?
through, and then just make sure we all watch it and keep the notes.
Don't fish through. I think it should just be like today we're gonna watch 97.
Don't even watch. Well,
We're gonna watch.
I mean, like
we're gonna watch 112.
Okay,
and just pick a number,
Gotcha.
and then we all watch it, unbiased.
Okay,
and
and see what
Which
we
one
think.
did Wrath make his debut?
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's what I'm picking.
oddly that's Andy's pick.
I'm gonna Google it, and once the flock gets real hot, I'm gonna fucking find that one.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there at 100. Like right around 100, things are getting real interesting.
Well, that's when you said like Raven has showed up.
Yeah,
and him and
Raven
Stevie.
shows up like around like 97.
Yeah,
like episode 97, and like just shows up in the crowd. Like there's no one with him.
it's great.
They just don't. They're just like this guy's here.
Yeah, they would just cut to him.
Yeah,
it's a
like
great
this is
angle.
Raven. He's just there, and he looks great. He's like super handsome.
That's like it.
At this
It's
point.
so Raven was like a good-looking dude. Yet, it's so weird that he's bald now. Like he had amazing hair. Like,
Yeah.
it almost looks fake.
Yo, he's like in this. I like noticed this the other day watching. He's really handsome.
Yeah,
At
he's
this
like-
point in time, his face isn't fucked up.
That's he got tons of pussy back in the day.
Yeah,
guaranteed. Like with his look,
He looks great. Like that's the thing, and like I bet you. I mean, he didn't go
he's
straight from.
he's a
East-
complete trailblazer.
He didn't go straight from like ECW to WCW. There was like time off. So I wonder if like.
Sure?
I think so. I mean, he wasn't wrestling for WCW. He was sitting in the crowd.
hired him from ECW.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, but he wasn't wrestling at first. So I wonder if he had like an injury or something like that.
Could be, but then
They
again,
just let him, like,
WCW is so weird too.
chill.
I feel like I remember him talking about that. It was like how he had it so easy, like he didn't have to wrestle for like the longest time.
Yeah.
And he was just getting paid tons of money.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then like the story about like when he quit was like there was like a meeting. This is when things like started getting really weird in WCW and like people were complaining. They did some kind of meeting and they were like, if anybody wants out, just leave now. And he was like, all right, see you later. And he just
great.
left. Yeah. And that's when he came back to ECW with like Dreamer and stuff. Yeah, he just literally
That's
just
cool.
bounced. I was like, all right, see you later.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
I like.
We got this week's trivia.
Oh yes,
Nitro
I love
trivia.
this section.
Cool.
Two-parter tonight for the boys.
Cool.
All right, so Harlem Heat started in WCW in 93
Okay.
as Harlem Heat, but not with the name Stevie Ray and Booker T.
No.
What were their names?
Oh, I have no idea.
I used to know this.
Really?
Yeah. Oh fuck! This is gonna kill me.
Was it like Booker T's real name?
No, it's just like a name, not like.
Oh, okay. It's not as
Yeah.
it's not as G.I. Brogan.
No,
But it wasn't like was it like Trey and something? Trey and Steve?
That sounds familiar.
They both started with the letter K.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
know. I remember watching an episode and being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So Booker T was Cole.
Cool.
Just Cole?
Cole, K-O-L-E.
Okay.
And Stevie Ray was Kane, K-A-N-E.
Really?
Yeah, they
Wow.
were Cole and Kane.
Wow.
Yep. And then
Did that not last long or something?
No, I guess Stevie Ray didn't like it. So
Yeah.
he just went in and was like, hey, can we just be Booker T and Stevie Ray?
Guy botched it.
So, yeah.
I dig that.
So then part two is they won their first tag belts in 95
Okay.
against which tag team?
Say that again.
The tag team that Harlem Heat won their first tag titles from.
I'm going to say the Steiners, but I feel like it's not that easy of an answer.
Not the Steiners.
Whenever I think of Harlem Heat, I just think of them feuding with the Steiners.
Yeah, I mean, they went back and forth
Yeah.
forever.
It's gonna
relevant tag team.
No way.
I mean, it's not like 100% off the cuff where.
Yeah.
It's not like high voltage or something.
Is it a WCW tag team?
They were for a while, yeah. I mean, they had the belts, so.
Okay.
Is it fucking Buff and Riggs? American Males?
You're close.
Oh, Buff and Scorpio?
No.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, would have.
Close to the American Males.
You're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Was it like Arn and someone?
No, that can't be close to the American Males.
Hollywood Blondes?
Oh, fuck. That was a good guess.
I wish.
Me too.
I think Austin would have probably been gone by then.
Yeah, for sure.
95.
He was probably ECW.
I got nothing.
I'll give you a hint. You had the Buff part right.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think who else Buff tagged with. His mom?
But that time it was, it was Buff and
Riggs, Buff and...
Was it the Z-Man?
Not the Z-Man.
Oh.
Buff and fucking Scorpio. And Buff and...
And it was not Buff and one of the Miss Nitro applicants.
But it wasn't Riggs.
that he called.
It was American
that he
Mouse.
called.
No, it was Buff and somebody else.
Was it Buff and Pillman?
No. Fuck. I feel like I remember... Z-Man was a good guess. I feel like I remember him having another partner, but I don't know
because it was
They had a name.
It was Marcus Alexander.
They had a name, too?
Yeah,
At that
tag
time.
team had a name. It wasn't just...
Is it, Buff and Norton?
No.
Fuck.
That's later.
Yeah.
That's like coming up.
It wasn't just
Yeah,
like...
Vicious and Delicious.
It wasn't like Kenny Chaos and Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
Actually, there was an actual name.
Yeah. I got nothing.
I don't know.
The tag team was Stars and Stripes.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Del
it was
Wilkes?
The Patriot.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Pills
Tight.
and pills.
Hey, man.
Harlem Heat's first title reign.
Give brother a break. Del Wilkes is a nice guy.
I've never met him. But he's from my country, and I'm holding the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, red, white, and blue.
You're holding the Del Wilkes.
Googly eye flag.
I enjoyed him on... Was he on Austin Podcast?
I enjoyed his wrestling.
Really?
Believe it
I
or
never
not.
watched much of it.
Dude, he did like a missile shoulder block off the top of
Oh, yeah. I think that was a finisher in WWF.
the Patriot missile.
The Patriot Missile.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
It was cool.
Good shit.
Cool.
Wow, great trivia.
All right.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, 10 for
Talk about, it wouldn't be weird if we covered 71 without a weird finish.
Yeah.
Everything was a weird finish.
Yeah, we got to find a way to really wrap this up in the strangest way possible.
Yeah.
Or like the most anticlimactic way we could possibly wrap it up, like those roll-ups. And we're all
All right, yeah, the heat's in the ring,
and
brother.
we're all just staring at each other. Click.
I mean, there's 5 of us in a 5x7 room.
Yeah, sweating our asses off.
Total combined dick length of about 9 inches.
Hand it to Bennett. Bennett throws it in. We got to run in from Bennett. It's got to give us heat in the ring.
Come on, Kevin, you do the finish.
Come on, you're in.
Heat's in the ring, brother.
See you next week.